Hey folks, and welcome back, or welcome for the first time, whichever applies to you, to Taco Bonsai. Today, I'm going to be repotting my Hydrangea Great Star Hydrangea. It's got buds popping. This is one that I'd started a lot of grafting projects. I'm not going to mess with those if I can help it. I've got a lot of buds popping, or at the edge of popping, that I didn't anticipate. So I'm going to take care of this, get into a different pot if I can, a little bit smaller, a little more space, since I've got very little space, and we'll go from there. It is a big one though. It's got lots of good roots on top, so at least that. Pull off these leaves. That'll help. Got a little teeny tiny weed in here. I think it's a weed. I don't know what that was, but it's a weed to me. So yeah, that's gonna go. And then pull up my bin, because that's probably my saving grace. It's very heavy. I've probably been watering this too much, considering how heavy I anticipate it being. So I hadn't repotted it. I just put this bonsai soil on top for when, to try to cover up some of these exposed roots and all that. Very good, healthy roots, I'll say that. Since that was the case, I'm gonna try to reuse some of this bonsai soil and dump it into my soon-to-be reused bucket. Because in all honesty, stuff is too valuable to let go. I was joking with one of my neighbors about sweeping the balcony of the guy who lives below me. He's got so much of my bonsai soil on it. All right, there's a start. Let's see if I can. Ooh. Oops. Of course I do that, right? Oh. Ooh, what else would I do? All right. Ooh. Let's just regular soil down below here. So yeah, it is. It's gonna go in the trash. Yeah. Well, if I didn't make enough mess before, I made enough this time, right? Ooh. It's all right, because I got a little more to work with here. Nice little pebble here, I think. That's a pebble. All right, this one's getting the big root tool. Yeah, by the time this airs, probably have gotten one of the ones from Matt. To give you guys a perspective of time, I spoke to him, or commented on one of his videos yesterday, saying to expect an order from me this week on one of his root hooks. Very excited for that. Those things are sweet. And like I said before, community stuff is good stuff. All right, right off, too big. Gone. This works okay, but it's not ideal per se. Looks like I've got a lot of strangling roots here. A lot of roots heading in funny directions. I think you can see it's a lot of roots in general. I don't know how these things grow per se. I know that this off here. It's going. I don't even know where this one's coming from or where it's going. So, gone. Oof, I don't know what I was saying. Lost my train of thought. And I won't figure it out. Don't worry. We'll move on. Yeah, lots of great roots. That's one thing I noticed throughout the winters is stuff moved around. The mulch was on top and the bonsai soil. I could see just how many great roots there were. They were super healthy. I mean, you can see the roots are alive. They're that kind of healthy. This is one that I got. I think I got it for $15, something like that. It was in the like discount clearance section kind of thing. They're like, hey, if you want it, you can have it. I saw this and I said, this is so cool. So here it is on my channel. Hopefully none of the people from that nursery who watch this channel be so upset that this is how the tree's ending up. Just move it a little bit so you can see better. I think you could see me that whole time, but not what I was doing. I'm just raking out the roots. Well, raking out the soil, I should say, from the roots with my root hook. And once I've got enough soil out, I can think about doing other things. I got a lot of strangling roots, which is kind of annoying, but not at all shocking. This one just broke. There's some that were strangling. Coming back in. Probably get my elbow out of the way here. So I'm really being aggressive on these. I don't know if I should be or shouldn't. Because there's so much of it and it's so dense. This is like hard as a rock. I know I've got to get this into a better container if I want to be able to do any kind of work on it at all. I don't think any of these thread grafts will take, but we'll see. We will see. Oof. I think someone was saying once when they were doing the repotting that when you pull with the root hook, you can hear roots tearing. It's okay because it's lateral roots, it's not radial roots. I don't know if that's the case, but I can certainly hear them right now with how aggressive I'm being on this root system. I do worry about like skinning radial roots doing this. My roots that aren't quite radial enough that I might be, you know, messing up without intending to. This thing's got a lot of roots, regardless of which direction they're headed in. I think most of them are headed the wrong direction. They're, you know, there's a whole bunch wrapping around here that I'll have to figure out. Not hard to figure out. Just pull right away from the trunk here. Yeah, I'll have to figure that part out. Meantime, it's just a lot of soil, a lot of roots that I'm trying to figure out where they all are supposed to go. Doesn't seem to be a very deep root base though, which is nice. And since I don't have buds down low just now, I'm not worried about damaging buds, which is also kind of nice. Yeah, I know that's not a root cutting tool. Doesn't matter to me. I'm just trying to work it out. Hopefully this won't be too long of a video for it because I'm trying not to make 40, 50-minute long videos for two reasons. One, I think a lot of people who aren't interested in bonsai have a hard time sitting down and watching me repot a plant for 30 minutes. Also, I think the people who are interested in bonsai have a hard time sitting down watching someone else repot plants for 30 minutes when they have hours of repotting to do this time of year. So yeah, I'm trying to be considerate to not just regular viewers, but fellow creators. I mean, this is time of year where we're all kind of busy. And of course, it doesn't matter if you're busy with life or with trees or anything else. Giving people time back works out. I've noticed other creators have kind of trended towards shorter videos. I almost posted a short today. I didn't know there was such a stigma with posting shorts. Saw a comment on a video about, you know, like, hey, don't start making shorts. Like, oh, I wouldn't dream of it. I don't see the problem with them. You guys know what the bad stigma is with shorts, let me know. I don't mind them. They get you some views, but also sometimes when you forget to record horizontal, they're useful because you can just post it up vertical. Again, I'm sure there's something terribly wrong with them, but I just don't understand what it is or anything like that. All right, making some progress here. There's a lot going on. You can see big roots like this coming down. I'm going to use my real root cutters for. As well. Jeez. This thing's got a lot going on. It's a big mass right here to address. But before I do, I'm gonna break out the rest of this. That might be a cool feature root. We'll see. Let's see where I'm at right now. 10 minutes? Not bad. Yeah, I've done worse. Definitely done worse. Big old root here. Take care of that. That was a lot of it. Yeah, I felt a big release when I clipped that root. That was nice. Yeah, not upset about that. Feel another big one in here. Continue with the, yeah, right in here. Let's see. Oh yeah. Let's see if I can get it. Probably the taproot. Again, I don't know enough about hydrangeas to know if taproot's important or not. I know I don't want it, so it's kind of a doesn't matter situation there. Whew. Actually, whatever I just cut through didn't feel like it was very important or even healthy, so just need to be done, you know? All right. The little ones. Oh, I'm trying really hard to finish this up. So many big roots on this side. Yeah. Like this is kind of on the edge of releasing the bottom. Yep, sure was. Okay, that I am not upset about. It's a decent looking root ball. Toss all this in the trash. Of course, trying to spill it everywhere while I do so. Yeah, super happy about that. I don't know how you guys feel about roots like this. I think those look great. Yep. It's a big, crazy mass in here, but man, do they look good. Just going through real quick. All these doo-doo roots. It's really easy to pull them away. Now, and I know that it's not the worst thing on the planet to have some crossing roots. This isn't necessarily the best specimen from a species perspective, and also from a you know, individual specimen perspective. Happening there, but I thought it was really cool looking. So I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully you can. Hey, I see what I'm doing. I'm just trimming off some of these big roots on the bottom, getting a little bit more horizontal than vertical. And this helps me to get rid of some of this dirt on the bottom too, because I got a lot of big roots here. They probably aren't necessary. They definitely won't be necessary in the future. If I'm being honest, they feel kind of rotten. So that's kind of that. Whew. I don't know if you guys just saw what I did there, but that was not as easy as I thought it was going to be. I'm going to power through this. It's not very rotten. Well, it's kind of rotten, but it's not very, lacking. Still very much solid piece of wood here. You guys can see it's just purely massive. Yeah. Need like two-handed concave cutters for this, like loppers that are concave. I wonder if they make them. If they do, that'd be cool for big bonsai. Yeah, sorry, a little bit of elbow to the camera there. I'm trying to get this situated. Ooh. Little dog making some funny noises over there. It's a really big piece of stump. Very solid. Ooh. Ooh. Something broke off there. There we go. Give you perspective what I've been cutting through this whole time. It's big. It's got poor visibility. It's got all kinds of junk wrapped up in it. Take this off here. All right. Oof. I'm getting real tired of. Wow, these roots that are coming down, which is okay. Ooh. All right. I probably got to start thinking about all these things that are going the wrong way. This one's headed straight down. These are headed across. They're actually under that one. Pull those out. Straighten them out. This guy is coming up and around, down low. The irony is I like it better than I like the root next to it. It's vertical one. Vertical one just comes down here, so that's a no-go on that vertical one. I'll give it a little. Is that all the way through? I don't even know. Was. All right, let's see what's attached to that. Nothing. Good thing I went in there, right? All right. That's a spot that just needs to grow new roots. And all this is just funky over here, but it's not shocking either. This all grows in a funny direction. I don't think that's enough of a feature, but honestly, I don't think I can afford to lose too much roots on a species I'm not familiar with. A little bit of dance down over here, see if I can trim some more of this big part of it out. Because this isn't the end all be all. I'm not trying to put this into a bonsai pot per se. I'm just trying to get into a smaller pot to get me more space. I don't know if you guys can tell. It doesn't look like it from the view I think you guys get. But I am a minimalist. So I often just get tired of having things at all and throw things away. And to avoid doing that, I try to make more room in between my plants and the pots that they're in, so they don't look like they're so crowded in. Once they become crowded in, that's when, oh man, so if you can see, there's a little bit of green tag in there from the nursery. It's grown around. I don't know how long ago that was, but that's funny. Yeah, so I've been kind of trying to reduce my collection of trees and also other belongings. Not sure what that's connected to, but yeah, these roots are a mess, but I feel like that might be just kind of a Hydrangea thing looking at it. Yeah, I'm not sure how much I can do about it other than just keep them all below the soil, keep them from being too vertical, and that's about it. There we go. There we go. There's a beast. Oops. All right. If I can pull this out. Pliers right here. I did. Here we go.